Safety is of utmost importance to us. We are committed to a healthy working environment and the well-being of our employees, partners, contractors and visitors. This is our top priority. An effective health, safety, security and environment HSSE management system is implemented to ensure welfare of all, as well as the environment. The compliance of HSSE rules is necessary for all, no exceptions. Any violation of the rules will imply that the person is risking their and others' safety and the environment around them. This will never be tolerated. Please help us to protect yourself and others around you. Join us for a guided tour of Nomac's Noor Energy One plant to witness the implementation of security measures across various areas and learn how we govern security within the plant, enhancing your understanding of our vision and the message from Plant General Manager. Security procedures and protocols. Individual entry. Plant access is strictly controlled. Nomac employees, owners and contractors gain entry using an RFID, while visitors must obtain a visitor's pass that includes a temporary vehicle permit. All visitors are required to be accompanied by a staff member or sponsor throughout their visit on site. To ensure the safety of everyone on site, these driving rules must be followed. Speed limits. Drivers are required to maintain a speed limit of 25 km per hour inside the plant and follow the designated speed limits in other areas. Seatbelts. Wearing seatbelts is mandatory for both drivers and all passengers. Mobile phones. The use of mobile phones while driving is strictly prohibited. Parking. Reverse parking is mandatory for all drivers in all areas. Additionally, parking on roads or near areas with vehicle movement must be avoided. Heavy vehicles entry. The vehicles, including mobile cranes, forklifts, boom trucks and chemical containers carrying materials, must halt at the entry gate for security checks. Operators are required to provide a list of equipment, including types and serial numbers on the necessary forms. These vehicles will be parked outside the security gate for inspection by Nomac, and the security team at the entry gates will maintain a record of the equipment. Prior to entering any operational areas of the plant, all visitors and staff must complete a safety induction. To guarantee the safety of the individuals, personal protective equipment, PPE, is mandatory. This includes 1. Helmet, 2. Boots, 3. Glasses, 4. High-vis vest when required, 5. Coveralls when required. We have a zero-tolerance policy for violations of our safety rules. To ensure a safe and productive environment, please adhere to the following. Smoking. Only permitted in designated smoking areas. Eating. Please consume food in designated dining areas. Behavior. Refrain from horseplay, fighting, or any disruptive behavior on site. Substances. Alcohol and illegal drugs are strictly prohibited within the plant premises. Photography. Photography is strictly prohibited without prior permission. Any information on images captured within the plant are confidential and must not be shared on social media platforms like Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, or with any external agencies. Permit to work. To establish safe operations within acceptable risk zones for physical, electrical, mechanical and process equipment, compliance with permit to work safety rules is mandatory. Everyone involved in the work must familiarize themselves with the rules and supporting documents. Various permits and certificates are required for activities in the plant, including the permit to work, PTW, hot work permit, working at height permit, confined space permit, and isolation certificate. At Nomac, we prioritize safety and environmental responsibility. Our environmental management system, EMS, compliant to ISO 14001:2015, aims to minimize our environmental impact through resource conservation, waste management, and hazard control. Our occupational health and safety, OH&S system, compliant with ISO 45001:2018, ensures a safe workplace by eliminating hazards, promoting employee participation, and implementing comprehensive safety measures. In the event of an emergency on site, immediately dial the site emergency number +971 5479 23333. In addition to the mandatory PPEs, the following task-specific PPEs are required. While performing welding jobs, a welding hood, leather apron, earplugs or muffs, and welding gloves are mandatory. Face shield, leather gloves, leather apron, and earplug or muffs is used while performing a grinding activity. When working inside a confined space, suitable ventilation, extraction, and lighting to be provided. To work in a high-temperature environment, suitable protective clothing to be used. There are different types of emergency situations, such as fire, falling from height, heat stroke, accidents with vehicles, toxic gas releases, and chemical spillage. The plant emergency response teams are trained to handle all types of emergencies. In case of any emergency, do not panic. Instead, stop working, activate the nearest emergency alarm if it is safe to do so, and call the on-site emergency number +971 5479 23333, which can also be found on the back of the NOMAC RFID access pass. Make sure to provide your name, location within the plant, the type of emergency, and the assistance you require. After making the call, evacuate the area safely by following the emergency route and proceed to the nearest assembly point. In the event of an emergency siren, stop working and safely evacuate the plant premises by taking the emergency exit routes. In the case of the emergency with the HTF or molten salt leak, proceed to the closest assembly point while following an upwind direction and relocate away from the danger. In areas with elevated flammable concentrations, such as the ATEX zone, standard mobile devices are prohibited, and only ATEX-approved devices should be used. Incident reporting. All employees and contractors at the plant must quickly report any incidents such as HSSE observations, unsafe conditions, unsafe acts, near misses, or accidents to their line supervisor. Visitors must notify the department head they are visiting about any incidents. NOMAC employees with access to the Synergy Life Incident Reporting System should ensure these incidents are logged into the application. Unexploded ordnance chance finds reporting. Employees and contractors at the plant must immediately report any discovery of unexploded ordnance to their line supervisor. Visitors should inform the department head they are visiting about such discoveries. Plant area. The Nor Energy 1 plant is divided into several sections: Parabolic Trough 1, 2 and 3, the Central Tower, and Photovoltaic 1 and 2. Let's briefly explore these sections, each with its own unique risks and precautions that need to be addressed. 1. Administration area, Central Control Building, and Social Area. Caution is advised when using the stairs in these areas. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. 2. Warehouse and workshops. These areas are prone to vehicle movements, manual handling risks, and hazards relating to machinery and chemicals. 3. HTF storage facility and molten salt storage facility. These areas present risks such as fire, explosion, high pressure lines, leaks, and flushing hazards. Steam turbine building. Risks in this facility include high noise levels, high pressure and temperature lines, and potential physical injuries. 5. Transformers. Only authorized personnel with a valid work permit are allowed in this area due to the presence of high voltage power lines. 6. Switchgear room. Access is restricted to authorized personnel with a valid work permit. Water treatment plant. This area involves risks related to chemical handling and high noise levels. Regularly checking the chemicals according to the recommended schedule is crucial to prevent accidents caused by exposure or leakage. 8. firefighting pump house. Caution is required due to high-pressure pipelines and noise hazards. Workers must be trained in the proper use of equipment and techniques specific to this area. 9. Chemical storage and laydown area. Environmental hazards and risk of chemical exposure are present here. Accidents involving chemical burns or exposure can occur if the chemicals are not properly contained and labelled with the correct names and handling procedures. 10. Solar field areas. These areas may pose environmental risks, including encounters with desert wildlife such as snakes, scorpions and gazelle. 11. Hexavalent chromium areas. Hexavalent chromium, Cr6, is a hazardous compound found when stainless steel surfaces are exposed to high temperatures, posing risks like respiratory issues, skin sensitization, and eye damage. Workers should be cautious of yellow residue during insulation removal, stop work, secure the area, and report it immediately if detected. 10. 5S. The workplace organisation method of 5S is implemented at all levels throughout the Nor Energy One plant Dewar CSP. 5S means sort, set, in order, shine, standardise and sustain is used by the management to make sure there is place for everything and everything is in its place. The primary objective of 5S is to create a clean, orderly environment. 11. Rules. To eliminate chances of emergencies, NOMAC has developed 12 golden life-saving rules that are strictly followed at Nor Energy One plant. The golden life-saving rules are as follows. 1. Work authorization. Ensure a valid work permit is obtained when required. 2. Gas testing. Conduct gas tests as needed to prevent exposure to explosive, flammable, toxic or life-threatening vapors. 3. Energy isolation. Confirm process, mechanical and electric isolation and zero energy before commencing work and utilize the designated life-protecting equipment. Confined spaces. Secure authorization before entering any confined space. 5. Bypassing safety controls. Obtain permission prior to overriding or disabling any safety controls. 6. Working at height. Take precautions to protect against falls when working at heights exceeding 1.8 meters or 6 feet. 7. Safe driving. Adhere to safe driving practices. Wear seat belts. Refrain from using phones while driving and obey speed limits. 8. Security. Obtain authorization prior to entering facilities. Report any potential threats and adhere to all security protocols. Lone working in remote areas is strictly prohibited. If necessary, utilize the buddy system by accompanying a colleague and use transportation vehicle equipped with walkie-talkies. 9. Line of fire. Maintain a safe distance from the line of fire and recognize surrounding hazards. Implement stop work authority when necessary. Always prioritize safety. 10. Safe mechanical lifting. Plan lifting operations carefully, control the area and establish and respect barriers and exclusion zones. 11. Fit for duty. Confirm that you possess the necessary knowledge for the job and ensure your health and fitness for work. Alcohol and drugs are prohibited while working or driving. 12. Excavation. Verify safe access and egress and establish, maintain and honour barriers and exclusion zones. Before violating any of policy and rules, we should remember our families and loved ones as they are the ones who are waiting for us to return home safely. HSSE Complaint and Suggestion. At NOMAC, we recognise that every suggestion and complaint is vital for maintaining safety for everyone. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. To submit an HSSE suggestion or complaint, simply scan the code displayed here. You can also find this code at various locations around the site. Thank you for watching this safety induction video.